Yo, what is good, guys? In today's video, I will be teaching you how to boost your FPS on CSGO. Many of my friends have been asking for this video because I've made videos like this in the past, and I just made an overclocking video. So a good sequel to that is how to boost your FPS in CSGO. So the first thing you're going to go ahead and want to do is press your Windows key, type graphics, and then on the graphics settings. Then here, you can have hardware accelerated GPU scheduling on if you want. I don't turn it on though because it does help. Online they said that in every single benchmark they performed, it did improve performance, so it would be a good idea to have that on, but I don't really care to have it on. It does make you restart your PC though when you turn it on, but if you want, you can turn that on. But the main thing that we're here for is this. So you're gonna go ahead and find your CSGO file. It's listed right here, so all you have to do is click browse and then go to your C and find your CSGO file. You can read it right there, so just follow those steps, everything it says here. And then once you are done with that, click on options and make sure it's on high performance. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and get into my Steam launch options, which are going to be the second thing in the description right after my overclocking video. So if you want to know how to overclock, then click the first link in the description. So then you want to click on properties. Then you want to click on general. And then these are all your launch options. So they will go ahead and be in the description. And then at the launch options, you have to change your monitor hertz. So there's a spot in it. You'll see in the description. But it's in parentheses and it says 144. You want to delete the parentheses. And then change the number to whatever your monitor's refresh rate is. So yeah, that's all you have to do here. And then we're going to go ahead and get my CSGO game launched. So guys, I have launched CSGO. And I reset my video settings in CSGO just so you could see what a default video settings would look like. So these are my default video settings. I just reset all of them, but I'm gonna go through all of them and what they mean if I know what they mean and what to change them to. So this doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. Brightness, keep it on 110. That's good unless you want to lower it. Aspect ratio is to whatever your monitor is, and whatever resolution your base monitor is on is what you're going to change this to. So if you're on 16:9, change it to 16:9 and whatever. Display mode, make sure it's on full screen. Windowed full screen drops your FPS. Global shadow quality, you still have shadows on even when you turn it very low, but I suggest you do medium or very low. But you can still see shadows perfectly fine in very low. They're just not as clear, but you can still see people peeking around the corners, so you can keep it on low. Model texture detail, low. Texture streaming, you should have this on unless you have very, very old hardware. Effect detail, low. Shader detail, low. This is an opinion, but I suggest it to be on. It may drop your FPS a little because it outlines the player, but it makes hitting your shots way easier. Multi-core rendering, again, if you have an older CPU with one core, maybe turn that off. But if you have a newer CPU with 4 cores, 2 cores, whatever, just not one core, then you should leave that on. Unless you see bad performance with it, then you can turn it off, but you should have good performance. Multi-sampling anti-aliasing mode, make sure this is off unless you like anti-aliasing, because all it does is make corners, like players corners and texture corners, a little smoother, and that really isn't going to help your in-game at all, like you're playing, but it will make the graphics look prettier. But I suggest you to turn that off for performance. FXAA is just a shittier version of multi-sample anti-aliasing, so definitely keep that off. Texture filtering mode, bilinear is the worst one, so put on bilinear for lowest performance, obviously. I mean for best performance, lowest graphical quality. Wait for vertical sync is just fancy saying VSync. If you want VSync on, if you get low frame rates, then you can turn that on, but it's better to get more FPS to turn VSync off. Motion blur off, garbage. Triple monitor mode disabled, and use Uber shaders. I don't really know what this means. It's a new addition to the game, but I ran benchmarks with it on and off, and leaving it on, for me at least, gives you better performance, but maybe for a lower end system it will give you worse performance. So go ahead and run your benchmarks if you want to see everything. The workshop map is called FPS benchmark. Just search benchmark and you should find it in the community workshop. Very easy. And yeah, if you run that, it's a really good thing to compare all the setting changes you made. So that about wraps it up for this video. I want to make it nice and quick, just so you can get your FPS boost as quick as possible without any stupid things. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and yeah.